Hello again, wonderful people of the world. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day out there and your mindset is on lock. I'm back with another video today and we're going to talk about exit strategies. I've had a lot of folks in the comments asking me about exit strategies, and specifically I'm going to develop this around XRP, but you literally can insert any project that you want. Again, I am Zip. Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. Please like and subscribe to the channels. We're trying to grow a community that resonates together. So when we all hit it big, and I believe that is definitely coming, we can spend the rest of our days on the most beautiful beaches of the world. So again, we're going to get into it here and we're going to go through 3 different scenarios and exit strategies. And just, this is really a dream session for you, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to see the potential going forward from a macro view, going into 10 years and just playing with the numbers. That's all you're going to do is plug in the numbers. And hopefully by the end of this, you see the utility of what you are invested in. Again, I am a crypto utility maxi. I'm invested diversified across the board in many utility projects that have real world use cases like XRP, hbar, XLM, SHX, Cardano, algo, many more. But I have a diversified portfolio, but the largest of my holdings and one of my favorite projects of when I got in is XRP. But none of this is financial advice. You make your own decisions, and I'm just trying to give you a level playing field, if you would, of a macro view and not trying to provide hopium or pumping numbers up. These are realistic, and you can insert any number you want. If you think something's going to go to $10,000 next month, plug the numbers in. But I want to be realistic and not, and kind of strategic with this. But let's listen to this interview that was done from David Straczynski of the Sound Planning Group. I'm going to show you a couple different clips here just to show you and just give you a macro view. Again, you are in the right place at the right time if you're invested in some of these utility projects. Let's jump in and listen to what he had to say here.
Right. So a little disturbance, perhaps, in the near term. That being said, you're seeing opportunities. I mean, for example, and I want to get to a few of them. First up, you have Bitcoin. Bitcoin jumped and then it pulled back. I mean, last weekend we started to hear about the Sovereign Wealth Fund of the U.S. and that, right? And then Bitcoin went to 95,000, then back below 90,000. So what do you say? Do you buy that on the dips? What do you do?
Yeah, absolutely. Bitcoin and crypto in general is very volatile. And so take advantage of that. Buy it when it goes lower. And so I think Bitcoin should be worth well over 100,000 today. And I can make that.
Again, the premise I wanted you to get from that is we buy the dips. That is my thesis. That's what I do. I buy the dips as everyone is FOMOing in and the price is shooting up high. I wait for that FOMO to die down and then I DCA in when there are dips. That's my long-term strategy. I am not a day trader. I do not trade in and out of these projects. I will, on the course of after holding a project for many years, maybe switch into something else. As an example, since America is behind everything now, I have strategically allocated more of my asset portfolio into American companies. But not only those, I still, again, I'm not against Bitcoin or anything like that. That's why I'm not a maxi. I look across the board and I'm here, you are here, I believe, to earn return on your investment. And that's the insight I want to give you here. Now listen to this clip.
March 7th, as the first White House crypto conference begins, and maybe there's announcements made about capital gains favorability with these type of assets. But this is an early stage moment for blockchain, and it's different this time.
Again, we are still very, very early. For anyone that is new to this environment, and if you're out there listening to the FUD that we've already blown the cap off this and the top's been blown off and you're too late to the game. Absolutely not realistic, in my opinion. We're early to this game, and a lot of these utility cryptos are just now really starting to gain momentum as America is getting behind them, as we're seeing the financial system change. You'd have to go back to my video catalog and just see the whole thesis in general. I don't want to spend a lot of time on that today because I'm trying to really give you exit strategies and ways and to look into the future of how blessed you actually are and what your future could look like. Let's listen to this last clip, and then we'll jump into the presentation with regards to exit strategies.
Any of the others? I mean, what other part of the crypto story do you think could be a buy for investors?
Well, let me just share something that many people might not be aware of. You know, you mentioned Ethereum. Well, Ethereum had a couple of founders. One of those founders is still leading the company. Another one of those founders broke away and created ADA Cardano. And his name's Charles Hoskins. Now, he built this company based upon more like engineering principles as opposed to just one white paper. And so they've done, over 130 different, white papers out there that have ultimately been shaping the future. So they created staking as an example. So the reason why I maybe brought a little bit of attention to them is, they're actually supposed to be 10 times faster than
Again, Cardano is another one of the projects that I love and I do believe has utility into the future as this whole environment changes. So the thesis for this is, yes, my thumbnail is going to say XRP. If you look there, it says add any coin to that you would like. It doesn't matter what project. This thesis holds true throughout the whole, no matter what. You just have to change XRP to hbar or whatever. Now, exit strategies, one of my favorite platforms and one that I use all the time is Caleb and Brown. And the reason that I utilize Caleb and Brown is for a couple of reasons. It's white glove service. I am guaranteed my trades are going to go through. I don't know how many of you folks have used Uphold or Coinbase or other, platforms like that, exchanges, and when you're ready to sell, you can't get into the thing because the servers are locked up or whatever the case may be. Absolutely have never had that problem with Caleb and Brown. I call my broker. I tell him either on the phone or through email, hey, I'm executing this trade. And I don't even have to do that. I can go right to the website and I can execute the trade. And I get the emails on that the trade has been executed. I can move the coins off of the platform if I desire. Now, with one thing with Caleb and Brown, they do use Fireblock. So your crypto is secure there. Now, I am a proponent. I do not like to keep large amounts on any environment, no matter how secure it is, because I want to hold it in my own wallets. Cold storage preferred. I like to use the ledgers, but there's a lot of other great cold storage devices out there, or possibly a web wallet so I can do some staking and stuff like that. But Caleb and Brown is absolutely a great platform, and I'm going to have them on here shortly just to give you a full understanding of what they offer and the service that they offer in the coming weeks. Now, let's jump into the actual plan here and what is going on in our scenarios. So get this slideshow started, and let me switch this real quick here so you can see the whole thing. Now, keep in mind, this says again, XRP generational wealth scenarios. All right, you can again input any coin you want in there. I just use XRP because it's one of my favorite holdings, but I'm going to use this strategy with any of them. So let's simplify the XRP profit calculation into an easy to understand format that you can show someone. Go back to this video, copy it down. I don't care what you do with it. This information is free. I'm not here for anything else than to just provide really information from a macro perspective. Now we're going to focus on key steps: selling at different prices, earning passive income, and the final value of what's left while avoiding complex math. You can get deep into the math if you want to. This is to make it simple as possible so you can see the breakdown. And really, this is a dream session, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to see the power of time compounding in these environments and what can happen if you just hold on to some of your crypto. I will never sell all of my assets. Okay, that's just what Zip's philosophy is. You may have one that's different. And the reason for that, and you'll see this in this presentation, is the future of the passive income that is coming as the OCC is allowing banks to start to custody crypto now. There's going to be all kinds of opportunities to lend your crypto, to make staking capabilities on your crypto, and a bunch of other DeFi capabilities. But that's a whole different video that I would have to put together. Now, I'll break down into a clear table and explanation for 3 cases. Those of us that own 1,000 XRP, 20,000 XRP, and then another that owns 75,000 XRP. Can be any number. I tried to break it up into smaller amounts up to maybe a larger amount, but it doesn't matter. It's still going to give you the insight, and you can plug your own particular numbers in there and figure out where you would be. The idea is to make it digestible for you who doesn't want to dive into formulas to figure this stuff out. Again, the goal is to evaluate your positions in a long-term macro purview. We're looking long-term, ladies and gentlemen. We're not here to get rich. At least I'm not here to get rich. I'm here to gain wealth, and generational wealth at that. And it can happen at different levels. So we're going to look at the selling levels, and then we're going to hold 30% of our bags for 10 years to earn passive income. So let's jump into this. All right, imagine you buy XRP at $1 each. Now, I know many of you maybe have bought at 16 cents, 40 cents. I don't know where you bought. I'm just making this easy. We're going to call it at $1 that you bought your XRP at, because we have to have a starting block. And again, add your scenario to this. You're going to sell 10% of your bag, your stash, at 7 different prices. Again, this is a laddered approach, and the prices that I picked are targets that I absolutely think XRP is going to hit, and many of these other cryptos. These are not hopium targets. This is a long game as the financial system is changing, but I picked $10, $25, $50, $75, $100, $150, $200 as the price climbs up, as utility kicks in. Now, we're going to show you that we've sold 70% of that as we're growing up. You're going to keep 30%, and I put 8% as a passive income earning potential for an additional 10 years. Could it be more? Yes. Could it be less? Yes. Throw your numbers in there. But I also am going to include in there the XRP during that 10-year period that we're holding 30% of our bag. There's a 15% annual growth from the last exit strategy of $200, from the $200 mark. There's a 15% annual growth. Could it be more? Yep. But I don't have a genie ball, so I don't know what the future holds, and I want to keep this realistic. At the end, I'm going to calculate the total profit, money from sales, plus passive income, plus the value of what you still hold, minus what you paid originally. Instead of showing the math, here's how it breaks down. Now, keep in mind with this, very, very important, this excludes any tax implications, okay? And we don't know where the tax environment's going to go in America. Maybe we go to 0% on US crypto sales, but just you have to play into fact that taxes are not in this, because such a large geographic range of folks that I'm communicating to here, you just got to plug that part in and just deduct your taxes there. So again, in this example, someone is holding 1,000 XRP. You began to buy that XRP at $1. So you bought 1,000 XRP at $1. That means you're in for $1,000. You're going to begin to sell at target points. At first target point, we're going to sell 10% of our bag at all of these different starting points. So we're going to sell 10% when it hits $10. Okay, we're going to sell another 100 XRP, which is 10%, at $25. And you can see the profits that you're making along the way. We're going to sell the next time when it hits $50, because we're using a laddered approach up the chain, because I want to get some of my house, I want to get my money back that I initially invested. At $50, that'd be $5,000 that you've made. Sell another 10%, which is 100 XRP. again, from the initial 1,000. I know someone's going to be looking at this. Well, you've only got 700 left, so 10% is not. Yes, you could do the calculation that way. I'm just trying to make it easy, simple to show you this. All of these, it's just math. You can plug in anything that you want. And we continue to ladder up until that $200 mark, at which point we're going to sell another 100 XRP for another $20,000 of profit. Total profits from those sales in that laddered approach is $61,000. Profit from the sales, 61,000 minus the 700 XRP we sold at $1 is a total of $60,300 that goes into your bank account, okay? Or that we've been able to keep. What's left? We now have 300 XRP left, which is 30% of that original 1,000, and we're going to remain after that's remaining after the selling. All right, the passive income and growth. This is where the fun starts, right? Because we're looking at this generationally. Yes, we've made some good money here, and that can absolutely be life-changing for a multitude of people, and that's why it's you have to understand the numbers, ladies and gentlemen, and where we're trying to go with this, at least how I teach and what I'm looking through with my thesis, not financial advice. Passive income, we're going to start at $200 per XRP. So we have, in this scenario, we have 300 left, which is $60,000. The price is going to grow incrementally annually at 15% per year for 10 years. So basically, we're just holding on to this and we're earning passive income, whether that be through staking or some kind of lending platform. Those things we don't know yet, but I have a good idea where things are going in the future, in my opinion. And I absolutely believe that the passive income potential within the DeFi environment, staking, and other utilities that are going to be coming into play in the coming years will be there. We're going to earn 8%. I just, again, picked a number, 8% annually off the value each year in passive income. After 10 years, the passive income, which we would have accumulated just from holding, would have been $112,000 with a final value of $242,000 because we still have 300 XRP left. Okay, and I've got a table at the end to show you that kind of breaks this down in a one-site picture. So our total profit in this scenario of 1,000 XRP is going to be our sales profit that we got from the beginning when we started selling off in a laddered approach was $60,300. Our passive income that we accrued during a 10-year period as XRP was climbing up to 15% annually is $112,000 approximately, with a final total cumulative value that we've of $242,000, the final value of XRP at a 15% growth rate with 300 left in our bag, minus that initial cost. You've made almost $415,000 in this scenario, ladies and gentlemen. Do you see the potential that these assets have? And again, you can throw in any number you want. You can throw in any project you want. It doesn't matter. The potential is still going to be the same. And again, I didn't factor in a lot of other things that go into play here. This is a very simple way to look at things. Now, let's do the $20,000 XRP example. Starting point. Again, we're going to buy $20,000 worth of XRP, or 20,000 XRP at $1 each. How much is that costing me? $20,000. We're going to sell 10% again in a laddered approach, which is 2,000 XRP each time. Okay. I'm going by the starting fact of 20,000. I know if you deduct 10,000, 10% at different increments, those numbers could be a little bit different, but I want to keep it easy. We can see the laddered approach again. At $10, we made 20,000. 25, we made 50. 50, we made 100. So forth forth and so on. At $200, we've accumulated $400,000. Our total sales, if we add all that up, is $1.2 million. Now, to me, that is life-changing money. You have set your family up for the future because you're going to be financially, fiscally responsible with this money. And we're not going to go out and buy Lambos. We're probably going to take this money and generate it into other earnings and pay off debt and stuff like that, I would hope. But that I'm not going to talk to today because it's such a dream session. We could sit online and talk about it. And as a matter of fact, I'm probably going to premiere this video, and I'll be online with you to answer questions as this video premieres, because there are probably going to be some questions out there and stuff, and we can dream as big as you want to dream. So what is left now after we sold all that initial laddered approach? We sold 14,000 XRP, which was what, 70% of the 20. We have 6,000 left that we're going to keep for 10 years, which is 30% left. And we're going to do this passive income again, which may be staking or whatever the case may be, DeFi. I don't know what the capabilities are. The price is going to continue to accumulate for XRP at 15% annually for 10 years, reaching a total XRP price mark of $809 per XRP. Is that realistic? I think so. I absolutely think so in 10 years, without a doubt. Again, this is not hopium. These are realistic numbers, in my opinion. I could tell you it was going to be at $10,000 or $30,000. We can look at Bitcoin and see where Bitcoin went over the course of 10 years. But again, realistic. And we're going to earn 8% off of that value in passive income every year. After 10 years, our passive income just off of holding that, because of staking capabilities and other things, is going to be approximately $2.2 million. Again, scaled up from the 1,000 XRP case. This is different. This is $20,000 that we're talking, or 20,000 XRP. Final value is going to be 6,000 times the $809 value, 15%, is going to be $4.8 million after 10 years. That's our bag that we have left. Doesn't count what we made through passive income. So now, sales profit, we knew initially we made 1.2 million. Passive income, approximately $2.2 million that we made. A final value of 4.8 million, because that's what we have left of our initial amount, that bag that we had. The initial cost was 20,000. So we do all of that math here, and in 10 years, 10 years, probably 14 years, say, if we went through this, depending on what the timeline is from then to hit these price targets, you are worth $8.2 million. Life-changing, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you see this. I hope you understand why I always specify laddered approach and the long macro view. I would not, in my opinion, sell everything right away. I'm going to ladder myself up, and as I'm thinking about taxes and stuff like that, I may adjust these numbers. Now, let's go for the big whales out there, or the what I would call retail whales. You have 75,000 XRP. That is phenomenal. If you have that much, I'm happy for you. Let's walk through this scenario. It's the same thing. We're going to dump $75,000 in at $1 each that XRP costs. And we're going to ladder our approach and sell 10%, with the basis being 75,000. So we're going to sell 7,500 coins each time. And as we've done that, we basically would have profited from sales $4.5 million at that laddered approach. What's left with that? We still have we've sold 52,000 approximately XRP. So we still have a remaining amount of 22,500 XRP, which is 30% of the original amount bag. And we're going to earn passive income off of that based off of a 10-year perspectives. We're going to Same thing, 200, XRP was at $200 when we started this passive income. XRP is going to grow at 15% per year for 10 years, reaching another, the total maximum of $809 per XRP. We're going to earn 8% off of that value, which is, again, passive income, whether it be through staking, DeFi, all the other capabilities I believe that are coming to us. We could be lending it to the banks. Who knows? The future is so bright. But after 10 years, that passive income we would have earned, scaled up proportionally at 15%, annual growth of XRP will be $8.4 million, with a final value of what's left of our bag, $18.2 million. So we do all the math again. Sales from profit, 4.5, passive income, 8.5, final value that's left in our bag, 18.2. Initial cost was 75,000. We do all the math, and you are worth $31 million after 10 to 14 years. And this is why I did it this way, because we have such a large age range of folks. If you're 60 years old, this may not work for you, and you may ladder out a lot quicker, or you may sell all of it. I don't know. But for folks that are younger, again, we work in jobs for 40 years at least, many times, and we have no issue with putting money into a 401k and hoping that that money does well, earning a menial probably 10, if you're doing really well, maybe 20% annually, and you're really burning if you're earning 20%. But again, we do that for 40 years with the hopes of having a couple $1 million. You're going to have $31 million of potential profit by investing in these currencies, ladies and gentlemen, in these assets. So again, remember, this does not include tax implications, but here it is broken down into a table for you that makes it really easy to see what the potential is. And again, you can throw in anything. It could be 1,000 hbar, it could be 1,000 SHX. It doesn't matter. Whatever your numbers are. But this is an easy way to really see the numbers and see the absolute potential of how you can change your life and your family's really trajectory generationally going into the future. But we have to be smart. We have to be non-emotional. We have to be postured as such as to just understand this is a long-term gain and goal. And that's my perspective. And again, everybody will do themselves, but hopefully you can see what can happen with time compounding. And if you just hang on and you just have a laddered approach, this is my exit philosophy. It may or may not work for you. The reason, again, I'm putting this out there because I have numerous questions in the comments throughout the weeks that I've been putting videos out of exit strategies and what do I think XRP is going to get to. In this scenario, I said it's going to get to about $800. Do I think it goes beyond that? I do, but this is realistic in my belief system, and I don't want to sell you a pipe dream. And I want to always be practical with you. And just, again, I'm not here for hopium or hype. I am excited, however, about the markets and where they're going. And I absolutely can see the future of where the technology is going to provide benefit to myself, my family, and my future generations within my family. And I hope you can too. And I believe many of you, hopefully this table really shows it to you. You can play this video numerous times. Again, I think I'm going to do a premiere with this here in a minute after I get this compiled so I can upload it to the YouTubes. And I will be online with you for this premiere. Ask questions, it's a fun exercise. And hopefully this answers a lot of the questions that I've been getting. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we're absolutely in the best time to be alive. The most exciting time to be alive is right now, to see the financial system changing. And remember, you own the technology. You own a piece of the software. Okay, this is not This is not just a stock or a bond that you're buying into. You actually own the technology that is being utilized to change the financial system. And remember, this didn't talk about tokenization and a lot of the other stuff that goes on that a lot of my other videos go into. This is just a broad view. But again, I hope it helped. And just please be safe out there. Watch the scammers. Protect your assets. Keep them off the exchanges. Utilize Caleb and Brown, or look into them at least as another opportunity to exit. And again, channels here just to provide this information, just having fun with it. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, Zip is out.